I'll say this about Brian Boyle. Sometimes the biggest name that moves ahead of the deadline doesn't always make the biggest impact. And I think Brian Boyle addresses a lot of very specific needs for an already deep team in the Nashville Predators. But you talk about the second-round pick that they had to pay to get him. Does that affect now the sort of market price of other players that could be moved? Does it affect that at all?
Well, it does set a little bit of a bar for certain players. But at the end of the day, a player, and you see some really high-end players on this list, it's like your home. It's only worth what somebody's going to pay you for it. So, I mean, like these guys, if you get a bidding war going for a Mark Stone or a Matt Duchene, I mean, who knows what you end up getting in return? Because then you get teams that really want to make an addition to their team. They're going to pay probably way more than you maybe thought they were going to pay at the start. So it always depends on what the leverage is and how many teams are interested in a particular player.
Yeah, you see, Brian Boyle get the second rounder. Well, I see Panarin, Duchene, Kevin Hayes. I mean, now you're talking minimum first rounder, if not included another prospect or a younger player that a team that's trying to win the cup that's going to go get one of those guys doesn't necessarily have maybe plans for that season. So I think it does set the market a little bit. I mean, you're going to see now, like, all right, well, that's a second rounder. Well, all of a sudden it kind of changes what teams ask for, what teams expect. But there's also going to be teams that stand firm in terms of what they're going to give up for a player they want. So the market will be set, but it's still going to be up.
So there's going to be teams that are like, I don't care what they paid for Brian Boyle. I'm not paying.
Until until 259 on the 25th.
Right? Exactly.
And, all right, we need this guy. I'll give you the first round.
Yeah.
Listen, I just hope that not everything happens ahead of the deadline and that when deadline gets here, we still have a bunch of deals to talk about as well.
We'll have some stuff.
One of my favorite events of the hockey season.